feeling super fired up and ready to get it in today. Hope you guys are excited. And I have this guy I just wanted him to share because on the way here, can you just give me a little less heat on this, at least for now, and then we'll come back up with it if I need later. So I was on the way to getting ready this morning and getting ready for church, and I always speak a lot about the way true unity happens is that we drop our agendas and pick up the agenda of heaven, and the Holy Spirit has an agenda that's better than every one of ours, and He has our best interests vested in what we are doing. So the awesome thing is He's completely focused on us while He's doing His own thing. So the great thing about it is I can walk with someone that I can trust perfectly, and at the same time I know he's every move watching what He can do best for me, even better than I can do because of my imperfection in the way I see things, or the way I can't know all things. So this is my friend Mike, and I felt like the Lord told me to do this because I need everyone's attention in the room. I need no talking. I need everyone out of the hallways. This is very serious. You'll see in a second. So a lot of times I'm talking about the singular focus of our eye, focusing on the Lord, focusing on what the Lord's doing. And so this morning the Lord said, you know, it's not just that. There's only one enemy. See, a lot of times we get confused. Like sometimes when you're at your work, you think the boss is the enemy. Sometimes when you're at school, you think the other kids are the enemy. Sometimes when you're in your house, you know, your children are acting up. You think the one kid's going through some things. They got some problems. Of course, you'd never say that they're the enemy because they're your family, right? So that's the same problem in church, is you don't look at them like family. You look at them as other orphans. So what happened to me is the Lord said, if you would take the same focus that there's one God, and if you drop your agenda and take up the agenda of heaven, you'll have the unity. There's also only one enemy. And He said that to me, and I was like, I don't even like to consider the fact. I don't like to give Him place. I don't like to give Him a lot of thought, although the reality's there. And so I just kind of it just brought some sobriety into my thinking. A couple of people were going through some things this morning, and I said, very interesting. And then Mike comes up to me, and so Mike, you had a friend that you were inviting to church last night. You said it was his birthday?
Yeah, he was 26.
He just turned 26 yesterday?
Yeah.
So he invited him to church last night, and they were out while Mike tried to talk him into coming to church. He didn't come. It was his birthday, 26. And so he comes and enjoys himself, gets really touched by the Lord. He's only been saved how many weeks?
A month.
So about 4 weeks he's been saved. And so he's been really radical for getting his friends to come to church. And what happens is, well, why don't you tell him, because I don't know the details as well, but just be brief. But because the main thing is we're in a real war here. And we could sit there and play church la-la games, but the war is real, and we can close our eyes to the enemy, but the enemy's just going to be in the background working on the areas he can. Listen, he might not be able to touch me, but if he could touch my wife, it's going to get my attention. So I have to be alert to the things that people around me go through. So listen to this.
He said he was going to a bar last night, and I told him to come to church instead. And he said that it was his birthday and he'd rather go out and get drunk. And I told him, I was like, you'd have more fun if you came to church. And he said he would think about it. And when I tried to call him before I left to go to church, there was no answer. So I thought something was up. So I got a call this morning from his mom when I was on the way to church today, saying that him and his buddy went out on a street bike last night, and they were going through the neighborhood. He fell off a street bike, landed in the middle of the road, and his buddy was doing a wheelie like all the way down the road, and he came flying back up and ran him over and smashed his head.
He didn't make it, right?
He didn't make it.
So Even though I love the Holy Spirit, I love what He's doing. I love the passion that you guys have. Listen, don't ever forget there's an assignment past the fun. Don't ever forget there's an assignment past the party. Listen, as long as, here's what I was told once. If all the anointing and power that's in here doesn't get used where it's supposed to against the enemy that it's supposed to be used against, then the power will be used internally against the enemies that aren't even your enemies. That's how churches have internal problems, because their focus isn't external. All the power that you have is not made to be held within, so it will find an outlet. So I'm saying, let's have a common enemy. We're getting ready to sing this song. We sang it last night for the first time, so you guys might not know it, but the words are amazing. And we want to be set on fire for the Lord. And I told Mike, you know, the Lord's taking you quick in 4 weeks, getting saved to a place where you're going to be walking in acceleration. You're going to understand the assignment of the enemy. You're going to understand that the purposes of God are for you to bring these, your friends, your family, the people around you, the people you don't know, to get them in the doors as quick as possible so that the kingdom can be multiplied. This is serious times we're living in, and we don't want to take this lightly. 150,000 people dying a day. You think we should worry about more than if we have a good time in church? Or if somebody sat in our seats? Or if they have the same shoes on as us? Love you. Let's all stand to our feet. I think I'm ready for some more. Y'all ready for some more? I know sometimes it's happy time. We'll probably have happy time before it's over. But remember,